knowledge and his ability to be in the right place at the right time.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, he, you know, I don't want to say he's not riding great, but he's just in the barrel and always there in the perfect spot.
Super relaxed. He looks super relaxed out there and just chilling, enjoying himself. And, you know, I think this is one event that's always eluded him of how, you know, he's such a great rider. I think he's finally getting on his game, and tomorrow's going to be an amazing day for Dallas Singer, I have a feeling.
Okay, so before we get the this last heat of round number 4 started, David Hubbard and Eder Luciano, let's send it out to a commercial, and we'll come back with some action. Stay tuned to the IBA.
Tomate Surf Shop, presentador oficial Arica Chilean Challenge 2013.
Smell my butt?
I said that's badass. Oh, no, I don't want to smell my butt. So are we back on camera? Here we are.
Ready to go for the final heat of round number 4. Once again, the Hawaiian, David Hubbard versus the Brazilian, Eder Luciano. Dave's wearing the red jersey, Eder in the yellow. Remember, 30-minute heat, man-on-man. Winner moves on to the 4th quarterfinal against Dallas Singer, and the loser goes home until the next event in Rio, although they might be competing in our global qualifying series event just down the road a little bit.
Yeah, just 1,000 miles down the road.
Is that how far it is?
I think it is. I think so.
No, it's like 500 miles.
Maybe.
It's like a 9-10 hour drive.
Yeah, sounds fun. Taking the bus overnight, you're there.
Jeff
yeah,
likes,
I guess it must be 6.
Jeff likes to round numbers up.
I'm rounding it up, way up. Yeah, I guess I did that earlier in my heat. Thought I
needed 8, and he went for a 10.
I went for the 10. Do that all the time.
Well, no one's gonna fault you for going for it, Jeff, and that's certainly what you did. Trying to slam the door on GT, and looks like you swung it too hard and hit yourself.
Yeah, swung too hard, swung for the fences. And but yeah, he's just so hard to, such an amazing competitor out here. He just has really good knowledge, just sits in those lefts. His lefts are like tailor-made for him. He just scoops in, just gets barreled and cruises, and doesn't even really have to like step into another gear because he's just, it's so comfortable out there in these big big surf. It's fun to watch, and he's such a good competitor. It's
for sure
amazing. We'll see him tomorrow, and if the waves stay up, he's going to be hard to beat. If the waves are smaller, it's going to be a battle between him and Yuri Valadeo, who is known for smaller waves, but he put on a great performance today, taking out Diego Cabrera.
So these guys both sitting, waiting for their first score. And at this point in your careers, Jeff, do you talk very much to your brother about him competing, or is he competed enough that he doesn't really have anything to ask you? Just does his thing.
You always chat about it. It's fun. I mean, we like competing. We like being here, so it's always fun to talk about it and enjoy the whole concept of entering our competition in bodyboarding. It's so cool. That's why if you don't like it, you wouldn't be here. And so we like talking about it. And so he's been doing really great. This is a great event for him. He's really strong out here. Probably one of his strongest events on tour, Pipeline in Arica, I would say. And it's going to be really cool to see him, what he can do against Eder, because Eder's, going to be really focused on these right-handers, I have a feeling. And Dave's kind of the opposite, maybe focus on the left-handers.
Now, your brother also made the trip down here, what was it, 2 months ago to, was it Peru or Chile?
Yeah, he did. And won the drop knee event in Peru a couple months ago. And Dave has made the final out here. Dave is a finalist out at, I thought, or maybe he got, I can't remember. I thought he made the final against Mike Stewart.
Huh.
Yeah, he made the final against Mike Stewart one year. So Dave got second place and almost won that event. So that we know he's can make the final again because he's so talented.
For sure, and we're just still waiting for a first wave to talk about.
Yeah, these guys have to be patient. I mean, that's one of the things out here. A lot of the closeouts, you can sit way inside, but then you get caught inside by the giant sets that creep up on you. But that looks like a nice left, but it's really hard to read.
Look at the set out, El Bui. Look at that.
Oh my gosh, El
That's
Bui's
a monster set right there.
There's gonna be some waves coming in. We'll see what happens.
Guys doing toe ends. You can see out there. I don't know how far we can zoom in, but if we could get a shot of that, we should try to zoom in and see how we can get a perspective on how big that wave is.
Yeah, the guys, Dave and Ed are out there. There looks like a set coming. Who's going? They're paddling for it.
Yeah, we have a rider. It looks like
peak.
in yellow. Take a look at it. Look at El Bui. We'll try to go back and forth. I know we have a competition going in, but it's nice to see what's going on around us.
Yeah, the spectators get a good view of what it's like around Arica at the moment. And
yeah, and I think it's so important, for us to come to these different locations around the world on the GoPro IBA World Tour, and get a chance to enjoy the local customs and culture and meet the people and just see what it's like. I mean, I got to go to you saw my Instagram yesterday.
That's cool.
I got to go see the mummies and stuff yesterday.
That's awesome.
They're 10,000-year-old mummies. They're twice as old as the ones in Egypt, which is cool.
Amazing. Yeah, did you see all the drawings on the hills that date back to I don't even know how far. It's amazing.
This is here in Chile and Peru. It's some of the oldest civilizations in the world.
Yeah, and it's might have a ride.
Looks like we do.
Eder's paddling. He's up and going. Eder Luciano on the right hand.
There he is.
Big
going right. Look, driving there. Bowl section, trying to get covered up. He does. Can he get back around that white water? He will. Will he find another section? Is this going to line up for him, Jeff?
He got lipped in the head, and now he's going to try to do something else. He's stalling hard, trying to get a roll. He's on the end, probably do a rollo. ARS. He's very good at those ARSs. That was way at the end on the choppy side, so the judges won't even really can factor that in. It'll probably be a 3-point ride or so because he was so far over. By the end of he missed the initial large section to hit.
Can we see back out there? Okay, let's say take a look at the replay.
Yeah, replay. Look at this peak. He drops in a giant one. Eders tries to scoop in, which was awesome, but just gets a little hung up there. It pinched on his head, and he's waiting. And
big sets coming in, and
just
so you guys know, just to the south of us is a spot called El Bui. We were showing it to you a minute ago. If we can see it again, but that's our indicator. We look out at El Bui, which we can see right now. There's a wave out there right now, and that's how we know if there's a set coming in here to El Gringo.
Wow! So Eder got a 5 for that wave. ARS on the inside, and so that was a pretty big score for such a small wave.
Yeah.
Considering you didn't do anything out the outside of the hectic part. But I guess, to get a 5, no, they haven't seen much ARSs, I guess, on the inside today, so they're rewarding that. Dave Hubbard, waiting out the back patiently. Let's see if this with 21 minutes remaining, that was the first wave ridden in 9 minutes. It's intense. So these heats have been really slow. You don't get, like I was saying earlier, you don't get many opportunities, so you have to make them count. Eder's going to have a long paddle back out. So Dave's going to enjoy the lineup by himself for a little while, and hopefully he's going to hope to be able to capitalize. And I'm sure you guys know who I'm rooting for here, and I'm sure it's very, very apparent in my commentary.
So let's take it from our biased commentator cheering from his brother.
Yeah.
To Dallas Singer, who's down on the beach with Yo-Yo. He's going to have a talk with him. Take it away, Yo-Yo.
Here we are with Dallas Singer, just winning the last heat. Dallas, tell us about it.
I surfed the first heat this morning, so I kind of had a feeling of what it's doing and stuff, and kind of felt like the tide was going out a bit too. So the left started to cup. So I don't know. I just thought I'd sit on the peak, and if there's a right, it's a right, and there's a left, so I'll go too. And yeah, towards the end, I just had to play a waiting game. If a good left came, it did. So yeah, it ended up coming through.
It was very tight, the heat against Pierre. How do you handle it?
It's just mellow. I mean, we're all mates on tour now, and I know Pierre quite well. He actually beat me in the same round last year, so I feel like I owed him one today. But yeah, it's good. I actually like competing against Pierre. He's tough, and when you beat him, you're stoked. So yeah, it's good.
Ready for tomorrow? Because it's gonna be a bit smaller, gonna be more shape the wave.
Yeah. Hopefully there's more like air bowls and stuff. I'm keen to hit a ramp. I've kind of just been getting pits most of the time. So yeah, I'd like to see some air bowls and just feel more comfortable, not getting hit by sets all the time.
Congratulations, Dallas, and back to you guys. Gracias.
Thanks, man.
All right, so we have a new development This has never happened in one of our 3 events since they've been the title sponsor. But PLC lost the GoPro in his heat. First time anyone's ever done it. It's gone.
Wow, that's crazy.
It's got to be floating around out there.
Yeah, I saw maybe that came off the belt because I saw him throw the belt after a wave, but he did get lipped really hard.
Yeah, it might be up there
Remember
on
that?
the rocks somewhere. I wonder how that footage is.
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to Johnny Scholl watching. Pretty awesome character in Cronulla, one of the legends of the Cronulla bodyboarding scene. Good on you, Johnny. Say hi to Leonie and the family, Dougie and the boys. You guys are always some TCs. Love hanging with you. Hope all is well. Aloha.
Aloha. Aloha.
So yeah, these guys are just, it's a quiet heat, 19 minutes, one wave ridden. And
Yeah, unbelievable.
it's pretty impressive that the ocean can go so quiet here sometimes, even though it's open to so much swell. Or maybe it's not quiet necessarily, just the
Well, the
riders are
tide
very-
is dropping, so it's pulling away.
Yeah, you're right. That has an effect on it, Eric. Good point.
I don't know. We see these guys paddling 18 and a half minutes ago. Still tons of time.
Yeah.
I mean, this is nothing. We had guys. We had 20 minutes in a heat earlier in the
That's
day. where
right.
Guys got catching
Yeah,
waves.
you're right. Jacob Romero they didn't catch a wave till 15 minutes in. So here's some sets going. Who's going?
Okay, here it is.
Dave Hubbard.
They're
on
splitting the peak. It looks like
left.
no. The rider in red, the younger of the Hubbards.
Oh,
the
nice
barrel.
barrel. Wow. That was
Yes.
sick.
Now what? Oh, he's going to be upset with that. But still a good barrel, a good start. And is there a ride behind him?
No, I didn't see what Eder did on the right. Eder went right, but Dave had a nice barrel. So look at Dave taking off on the set wave.
Good replay.
Stalling. Gets shocked. Nice deep pits.
Yeah,
Get
just
out.
clean in and clean out of that barrel, and that's what people want to see, right?
Yep, that's what they do. And you know what? It's really hard to come out of that section with a move. And when they do, the judges will really, really reward that. So, I mean, Dave wasn't able to quite get a roll or anything off the end, but it'll still be a good score, 6.45.
6.45 for David Hubbard getting on the board. He has a lead over Eder. Eder needs a 1.38 to take the lead, but he only has one wave, so pretty much anything will put him back up in the lead. So Eder will have wave priority over David Hubbard, who's in the lead. And man, I mean, obviously your brother was frustrated out there without having a section to do anything else on.
Or
the
he
barrel.
looked like he's having fun, though. That's the thing with Dave. You just never know. He's probably just playing around. He's just stoked he got a pit, and it's like, yeah, I know I'm doing good. We'll see what Eder's score is for the right. I thought Eder might have taken off. I can't see. Yeah, no, he's still out there, so maybe Eder just didn't even go. It was a bad right, so Dave has the better of the exchange at the moment, and we have 16 minutes remaining. Dave's wave was a nice set. I think the judges really appreciated that. He took off on a big set.
Yeah.
He was waiting for it. Nice bottom turn.
Look at
barrel
those
out.
rocks. They're not inviting whatsoever. Are they?
Here we go. Eder Luciano on a mid-sized right-hander. He loves these rights. He's looking for the roll. Little
Nice clean roll there.
Yeah.
He did, doing the most with his wave
look
they
at
possibly can in this section.
Oh my God.
Ay, he says.
That was a big section on the inside. That's going to be a huge
And that's
score
going to
for
be a
Eder Luciano.
7-point ride, something like that,
It is.
correct?
Yeah, I would agree with you. It's going to be in the 7s, so that's going to vault Eder right into the lead, and Dave's going to need a decent score to get backed up. You know, he took off, did a roll, and then this inside section really set up well for Eder there. We'll see it on the replay. Look, he comes up and does a nice setup roll, and then the wave just jacks. Look, it's bigger now than it was earlier on the wave, and he does a flying roll. So that was a great call by Eder to catch that wave.
Yeah, 100%. And we're still on the IBA Facebook page, so make sure you message us. You have something to ask Jeff or say to Jeff, or just want to tell him how awesome he is. He's here in the booth next to me, looking at the computer screen as we speak.
Yeah.
And we got some scores coming through. Eder Luciano, so I was close. I said a 7. He got a 6.88.
Yep.
So he's in the lead over the younger of the Hubbard brothers.
Yeah, so that was it's a good score for Eder.
Your brother needs only a 5.52 to get it back in the lead, which is not an issue whatsoever. Just a matter of getting that wave, and we are 15 seconds away from the halfway point here in the final heat of round number 4.
So yeah, that's it's going to be I guess since they were just Rolos, they noticed that it was a real safe wave for Eder. Even though he got pretty high on that second roll, they realized it was a safe maneuver. They want to see guys really going for it today, and these heats, you have to go for it. You have to, they're up against quality competitors. You have to just go crazy.
So under 15 minutes ago, again, 11.96 for Eder Luciano, 6.45 for David Hubbard, who is yet to catch a second wave. Again, my name is Eric Apple. I'm joined by former world champion Jeff Hubbard, the man with his own holiday on Kauai. And we are here in beautiful Arica, Chile for the third stop of the GoPro IBA World Tour, the Arica Chilean Challenge, presented by what? The Municipalidad de Arica,
Yep.
as well as Tomate Surf Shop, plus Science Bodyboards, Movie Star, and Lawn Airlines.
Yeah,
There you go.
Arica really coming through there for us, and it was just a great job by the Municipalidad of Arica.
Municipalidad, it's kind of hard.
It is hard for my gringo accent to produce some awesome Espanol. That's where...
Not easy, huh?
No, it's not easy at all. But my brother is actually very well versed in his Spanish. He's really almost
check it out.
fluent Spanish speaker.
That's what we've been asking about, El Buey way out there. You see the guys towing around on the ski out there.
Some big giant waves coming in out there, and guys like to paddle and tow that wave, and it's really a great big wave spot here in Chile. Really well known. You can see there's a bodyboarder going on that one. That's really cool. Yeah, on the end of that little right.
Man, you see the sets coming in behind it? So
and
there's really nothing going on out front of where we are right now, but this is our indicator. We look down the beach to El Buey to check it out.
And El Buey it runs really far. I mean, it barrels, but it's a huge playing field of a wave. And so when it's big out there, you have to really know exactly where to sit, and that's why they're towing in out there, because it's really easy to get in the zone. But coming back to our heat at the moment, Eder Luciano sitting in first place with 13 minutes left, Eric. Dave's has priority, though. That's good. Dave has first priority, so the next good wave that comes in,
he only has one wave.
He's going to get a chance. He's going to get a crack at whatever wave he wants coming through the lineup. So the next good wave that comes in, Dave will have first choice, and Eder will have second choice.
There's back to El Buey. I'd like to go out there and get a couple tows.
Yeah, it would be fun.
What do you think? I think I should get out there sometime.
Might be fun to go out after the comp, Eric, out here. The sun's out. I hope you brought your wetsuit.
I'll tell you what, I paddled out at our little secret spot after the South Coast Challenge.
Oh, yeah. How was that?
I had about 45 minutes before I got dark, and I got like 5 insane waves.
Sick.
Yeah. That brings up a great point. The IBA and Alex and everybody and Chris and those guys are so dedicated. Look at this wave out here. They're so dedicated to bringing the IBA to the best waves in the world, and man, they've been successful. Look at that.
Nice turn. We're commentating some surfing. I know Dave would be stoked that we're showing El Buey, but he'd probably be bummed they were showing surfing.
But anyways, back to the story. I'm talking about the IBA has been bringing us to the best waves in the world, and it's certainly apparent because, that last spot we were at, I paddled out, and literally 45 minutes, I got 4 or 5 perfect waves. And the wave that we were at, which we really don't want to name, it's a couple hours south of Sydney, it was so good. It's one of those waves you can't not get barreled. You're going to get barreled. You don't have a choice.
Yeah.
You just take off, and you're going to get a good barrel. And it's so clean. It's just amazing.
So, the time is ticking down here. 3 waves have only been ridden in the last 19 minutes here. And it's, one of those famous lulls is, I guess, as Eric pointed out, the tide is dropping. So it's not making it easy for these waves to come in to the reef. And tomorrow, we're going to see the final day, the quarterfinals, semifinals, and finals all finish up here in Arica. So tune in tomorrow for some amazing action here. We're going to see some heavy heat. Dave Winchester and Jacob Romero are going to be in quarterfinal number 1. All Brazilian battle of Yuri and GT in heat number 2. All Australian battle. Room 404 is battling in quarterfinal number 3. And quarterfinal number 4 is going to be Dallas Singer and the winner of this heat. And,
so, once again, let's take a lay of the land. Just over 10 minutes ago, your brother has 1 wave. So, he has a 6.45 total. But it's, again, from 1 wave. So, if he catches pretty much anything, his score is going to improve. 11.96 for Eder, the man for Brazil. And the winner of this heat is going to be taking on Dallas Singer in the 4th final. Like you said, remember, our quarterfinals look like this. Winnie versus Romero. Uri Valadao versus Tamega in the all-Brazilian heat. the all-Australian heat, Ryan Hardy and Ben Player. And the final one will be Dallas Singer against the winner here, either David Hubbard or Eder Luciano.
Yeah, so we saw those waves coming to El Bui, but we didn't see any of the riders catch any waves here at El Gringo. I'm not sure if the set passed it up or it's still coming. We'll see if any of the riders can get a wave on the board.
Yeah, I mean, look right now. Big size set out there again.
So that's good news for our competitors. Sets coming in to El Gringo. You can see them on the outside. The boys are Dave and Eder are sitting pretty far out. That's why they're not catching the little insiders. So El Bui spinning.
Yeah, now
nice.
tell me, hubby, in your experience, can it stay glassy out here all afternoon? Does it ever happen?
No, it does.
I mean, they said pretty much. I pretty much here comes a set, so it is. Look at that is a good indicator. Now there's a set coming towards us.
Who's going? Looks like Eder's going to go. Eder's paddling for a second scoring wave. He doesn't get it.
Get into it.
No.
So the water looking more blue now that the sun's out. Picturesque. Beautiful chilly. But as I was saying, everyone said you don't really need a forecast to come to El Gringo because it's always good. There's always waves. It's always good in the morning. It always gets windy in the afternoon. Does it ever stay glassy all day?
I surfed till about 4 one day, and it was pretty glassy. I mean, it doesn't. It stays relatively glassy. I've never seen it offshore in the afternoon. Let's just put it that way. It's not like Mexico where it turns offshore, but it does stay relatively clean some days as the wind just turns off and on. It'll go offshore and then offshore all day.
The wind still looks to be a little bit offshore today.
Yeah, wind is really glassy, and the wave is so heavy, and the water's so cold that a light onshore doesn't affect it at all. There's no chops in the wave. So there's some, these guys. There's some action.
Yep.
We'll see what happens.
These are the same waves that we saw, so the indicator does work.
Yep. We'll see if the boys are going to catch any of these. Dave only has one wave. He needs to catch another wave if he wants to win this heat. And here he goes. Oh, Dave Hubbard on a big wave. Gosh, that's a big right. Oh my gosh, that was heavy. Oh my goodness.
Oh no,
he just got smoked. Oh wow. He was trying. He gave it a really good push, but he just didn't make it. So
okay, let's see where he pops up.
Lucky doesn't seem like too many sets.
Wow, your brother got pushed in quite a ways.
Yeah, he got pushed in pretty far. And he took off and pulled in. So now he's going to have to paddle back out with only 7 minutes remaining. He's going to need a score. Now he's not going to have priority. And so he's going to really have to just go for something. Oh, that was a...
Man, he set up so good in that barrel, Jeff. The wave just seemed to race a little bit,
It did. It raced a lot. That's the thing when you scoop into those rights, it's hard to maintain your speed line all the way through it. And he set himself up pretty deep, but it was the right thing to do if he wanted a huge score. If he made it out of that, he would have got a giant score. But now he's got to paddle back out. He's going to take him a couple minutes to get back out of the lineup, which will only leave him about 5 minutes to get a 5.52 that he's chasing.
Jeff, we have a lot of people asking what's going on with hub boards. Where can they get one?
The hub boards will be coming out in a couple weeks. They'll be the shipment will be landing in California, and they'll be on sale at all the finer surf shops very soon, as well as Hawaii, California, all over the U.S. There should be boards for sale the next couple weeks.
Good update. As we see, we have just over 6 minutes. 6 minutes and 10 seconds to go here in the final heat of round number 4. And look at this set coming in. Rider in yellow. Taking a look, but didn't go. And that's a bomb.
That was a
Your
bomb
brother just
set.
making it under the lip over there on the left as well.
So that was good. Heavy wave. Better maintaining his priority. Dave's almost back out there. Dave needs a 5-point ride. And here Dave goes. This is going to be interesting to see Dave going on the mid-size wave, see if he can get a 5 here. Big airdrop. Not sure what's going to happen.
What's he going to do? It's got to be frustrating for him. Now, your brother has a 3.13 on his wave earlier pulling that barrel. So he still needs a 5.52. 5.5 minutes. I mean, it's certainly not over by any means.
Oh, no. I mean, this is
the
things happen.
situation could change 2 or 3 more times in the next 5 minutes.
It could. I mean, this is when we'll probably see Dave hustle to try and get some waves and try and get any score. We just saw him take off on that last wave, hoping that he'd get a little bowl in there, but nothing eventuated. So he's going to have to paddle even harder to get back out. We'll see what happens here. How long it takes him to get back to the peak, Eric.
Yeah.
And it's hard to say. Look at the Brazilians are just just cheering it up. They're having a great time here. The boys have been doing really good.
Yeah, Guillermo really just leading that charge, and but like we said, he's competing against Uri Valadao, who beat him in the round number 3 heat.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, Yuri's beaten him here before, so it'll be a good heat tomorrow. Yuri has beat him in one of the rounds earlier years past. So Yuri is no slouch in these waves. Yuri, a world champion from Brazil as well. He will come out hitting tomorrow.
That's swinging.
Swinging, hitting, swinging, I guess. Swinging sounds better. We don't know if he'll hit. So Dave's got a paddle. Dave's almost back out to the peak, it looks like. Some sets are coming. We'll see what happens here. 4 minutes left, whether Eder's going to go and get another wave or what Dave's going to do. So, yeah, another peak. Yeah, the left, nothing on the left, nothing on the right. So they're paddling back out. We'll see if there's any more waves for these guys to catch in the next 4 minutes.
I love our local commentator. He does such a good job, and everyone loves him here. I love the ay-ay-ay's.
Yeah, he's funny, man. He has some great comments, Yo-Yo. He's so entertaining and keeps the crowd just really happy. And he speaks a number of different languages, which is pretty cool.
Well, as a lot of people do in the rest of the world. I think Americans are pretty much the only ones who only speak one language.
Yep.
And I want to give a shout out to Jeremy at Huntington Beach, who's watching our event. He's an aspiring bodyboarder. Says he's never had the guts to do it, but he wants to go out in the water and boogie board.
Epic, yeah, Jeremy. Go for it, brother. You can do it. Go.
You can do it.
You can do it.
Man, I cannot believe we've only had 5 ridden waves in this heat with 3 minutes to go.
Yeah,
and this is where your
heavy.
brother's got to start to be getting irritated and nervous. And he needs a 5.52, which is so easy for him.
Yeah, I mean, in these conditions, if you just, there's so much scoring opportunity, but the same thing, you have to catch the wave. I mean, a lot of these things are closing out, and we saw that the waves they're really tricky out here, so they're either going to offer you a great section or offer you just almost nothing.
We have 2 minutes and 45 seconds to go. And
little
look
wave,
at that.
Yeah, tiny little wave at buoy. It seems like it'll send a little wave to these boys. Dave's relaxing. He's trying to refocus with 2 minutes left. He knows he has almost just one more shot at this. And he doesn't know whether he's going to have to catch a left or right. We'll see what he can do. This is what champions are made of, and we'll see if he can pull it off. And Eder's going to try and hold on to this lead with priority. He's going to hold on to priority. And look, Eder's using his priority.
Look at this.
Using it wisely on this great-looking left.
Good barrel.
Actually, he didn't get in the barrel at all. But,
Jeff, you were such a cheerleader for your brother. I love it.
I am.
He's like, yeah, Eder's doing terrible. I hope they don't score him.
No, yeah, I know.
Here goes your brother now, paddling, having a look. He's got
choice.
1 minute and 50 seconds, Jeff.
Yeah.
There is a wave behind it.
So that was really smart of Eder, though, to block Dave. I mean, that was a brilliant tactical move by Eder. He's such a great competitor, and he did the right thing there by not letting Dave Hubbard go on that last wave. So Eder's going to continue to keep his lead, and he's not going to improve on his waves, but he's going to.
He dropped in.
He dropped in, and
look now from this angle, he's not very deep in the barrel. Correct.
Yeah, we'll see.
A decent wave nonetheless. But like you said,
he blocked Dave.
I think you would just keep a Dave off the wave.
Yeah, and that was a 5-point wave for Dave Hubbard. Definitely.
1 minute, 13 seconds to go. Time is counting down.
There's a couple waves out the back. We'll see what Dave's going to do here. I'm not sure what's going to happen here. He's
in a bad position, though.
Yeah, it's not a good position. He knows it.
There's a wave behind it, though. There is a wave behind it. Look at the bump.
There's a big wave behind it. I don't know if he's going to be caught inside or what's going to happen. Dave needs to paddle hard to catch one of these waves. Wow, huge wave. Where's Dave? Yeah, he's got to duck dive it.
Taking it on the head with 45 seconds to go.
Yeah, that was a heavy wave. So we'll see if there's a wave behind it. I'm not sure. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's much.
Another Brazilian possibly moving on to the quarterfinals. There's a wave behind it, though, I think.
30 seconds left.
There is a wave behind it.
Wow, big wave coming. What's going to happen?
This is a time to get tense and get nervous.
Oh, man.
Jeff Hubbard is nervous for his brother in the water. Of course, he wants to see him make it through.
A big closeout. Where's he going to go? He's got to duck dive it again.
Look how big that one is.
That was a huge set.
Huge wave.
Eder Luciano dodging a bullet there. Wow.
Can he catch this one? He's on it.
No.
I think it'll count. He went. It's just a gigantic mush ball, though, going right.
He doesn't make it. Dave Hubbard eliminated by Eder Luciano.
That's going to be it.
That was just a hectic heat. Look, only 6 waves ridden in that heat. Just a shocking heat. Unfortunate.
So, man, your brother catching a wave at literally the last second, but he caught a wave that was too big, and it had no lip, and just a big shoulder and white water, and just a crushing. I mean, it's unbelievable to think that your brother only had a 9.5. There was that few waves, and that's going to wrap it up for us today. We made it all the way through round 4, plus our final heat of round number 3. Some huge upsets. I mean,
huge upsets.
Let's be real about this. I mean, Jeff Hubbard going out, the man right next to me, as well as Amore Laverne. Man, PLC went out. Some tough heats today, dealing with the local conditions. Also, Alan Munoz, the local boy with all the local knowledge going down. It's a tough day for the Hawaiians here at the Arica Chilean Challenge, the 3rd stop of the GoPro IBA Tour. This is presented to you by the Municipalidad de Arica and Tomate Surf Shop. Also, we have to thank Science Bodyboards, Movie Star, and Lawn Airlines. Three Brazilians, 4 Australians, and 1 Hawaiian through to the final day. So, Jacob Romero.
Yeah, the lone Hawaiian.
The lone Hawaiian holding up the flag for the Aloha State.
He sure is. And look, looks like he's, I don't know if he's suiting up to go get a practice session in, but looks pretty good out there. Should we go jump out, Eric? Should we go get a couple barrels?
I'm down to go do some toe-ins.
Yeah, go get some toes, man. Why not? Yo-yo will tow you in. That'd be cool.
So unbelievable action. Sun coming out. It's nice out here today. We have a crowd of Chilenos down on the beach cheering on the bodyboarders. And here we have a graphic coming up right now. Take a look at the graphic. Here is the men's road to the final. So you can see the first quarterfinal. Winnie versus Jacob Romero, the lone Hawaiian. All Brazilian heat. One's from BRA, another one's from BRZ. Uri Valadao and Guilherme Tamega. Ryan Hardy versus his countryman Ben Player. And Dallas Singer represent Oz versus another Brazilian, Eder Luciano. Into the semifinals and finals will be the winners of those heats. And I'll tell you what, we've had an amazing day. The action has been good. Unfortunately, we had some upsets with some not, the waves are big, but the conditions have just been challenging. Yeah. And man, Jeff, I'm sorry to see you go down. You are a former world champion, and I know we're going to see you going big in the next couple events down here in South America.
That'll be fun.
Hopefully you'll be doing less commentating with me and more winning in the water.
I'd like to see that too.
So again, that's Jeff Hubbard. My name is Eric Apple. This is the 3rd stop of the GoPro IBA World Tour, the Arica Chilean Challenge. We're stoked to see you. Make sure you stay tuned. IBAWorldTour.com, as well as Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. We'll give you all the updates. We'll give you an update. We'll be back in the morning to let you know if we're going to run our final day tomorrow or possibly Sunday. Also, look for our highlights and our GoPro highlights on the YouTube page and our website later on this evening. Until then, we are out. We are going to enjoy Chile, and we'll see you soon.
Hasta mañana.
You're so pumped under.
Tomate Surf Shop, presentador oficial Arica Chilean Challenge 2013.